Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I've been trying to find the proper format for this video and to find it in a location where I could just use it to analyze it, and I finally found it. I'm so proud of myself. What happened? As you probably know, an African delegation of leaders showed up in Kiev, not showed up, but visited Kiev, spoke with Zelensky. I knew it was futile attempt to discuss with that guy, but it doesn't matter. And then from there, they went to St. Petersburg, I think, and spoke with Putin. Obviously not. They did this, great, very good. Neither side, which is Russia and the other side, will agree to whatever the African leaders are going to propose as a peace plan. Now, a lot of things happened, and negative things, with all this traveling from Africa to Poland, from Poland to St. Petersburg, to Kiev, from Kiev to St. Petersburg, and so on. A lot of problems. First with Cyril Ramaphosa's, South Africa's president, security services, secret services. They didn't allow them to travel with him to Kiev. He got about 100 people. About 80 were security services with weapons, and there some how do you call them, reporters, and they were not allowed. Anyway, that's one. The Polish authorities created a lot of problems. South African officials accused Polish government of racism and this and that. That's in the news. If you look for it, you find it. A lot of things happened. They couldn't allow these guys to go, to take their weapons, and so on. Now, this video is about a little footage of Zelensky marching towards the place where he's going to talk to the media, flanked by the African leaders. And one of the African leaders, the one on his right, grabs him. I don't know his name. I couldn't identify who he is. Probably if I would have done more research, I could have identified him. It was not Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa was on his left. And this gentleman tries to grab and succeeds to grab Zelensky's hand and like walk together hand in hand. And I want you to focus on how Zelensky is going to try to get his hand out of this African leader's hand. It's very strange. You can zoom in. I couldn't find a closer, close up, but I think this video is enough, and you can zoom in and see how Zelensky tries to do that and succeeds eventually, but it's a struggle. It's a funny struggle. I'm trying to zoom it as much as I can. I will play it like 3 or 4 times. It's very, I don't know, revealing maybe. Why would he do that? So here is Zelensky. There's Ramaphosa here in black suit. And this gentleman in this light blue suit, this is the one who's going to grab his hand. Let me just, I'm going to put it, no sound. Let's go. Grab his hand. Look at his hand. That's a struggle. Oh, got it out. He pinched him or something. Let me go from, let's hear. Grab him. I don't wanna, no. You can look at their faces as well while they do that. It's not only the struggle at their hands, you can see the struggle on their faces. Wait, let it go, motherfucker. I don't want to let it go, man. So I thought that it was very, I don't know if it's funny or not. This is the closest I can bring it to you. And I looked at this 1,000 times to make sure that I'm not, interpreting something. Grab his hand, look at his hand. I don't want to be with you. No. Unbelievable. Why would Zelensky do that? I mean, I could, imply certain things, but I will use their way of interpreting things, which if this would have been done, let's say, by Trump, or a, let's say, white person they would not like, they being the elites and the mass media, you know exactly how they would interpret that act. In this case, I couldn't find this video on any. I tried on YouTube, couldn't find it. I tried on Yahoo, and then videos. I used all the names, all the keywords to make it happen. I couldn't find it. I actually found it I saw it on Facebook. That's where I got it from. I went on Facebook and I found it on Facebook, and then I went on Twitter and I got it from Twitter. Nowhere else. The mass media would not. You see that video after this little, I don't want to be with you. After that, you see it when Zelensky approaches the podiums or whatever it's in front of him with a microphone, and he starts telling us that he's the best. So that interpretation could be easily used by the media, which I don't think that's what it is. I don't think Zelensky is but this is the way they would interpret it if Zelensky would be, let's say, Putin. If Putin would have done something like this, or I don't know, Trump, or someone they don't like, let's put it this way, they would immediately say, oh, so you give their childish interpretation. I've seen this kind of... Now, what happened over there? Really don't know. Was that getting Zelensky sick? I don't know. And I'm not kidding. That's a way of, giving making someone a little bit sick. That's a way of, that's why they wipe their hands with all kind of things, and they don't touch it. And after they touch, they do this. They don't, because the person who shakes your hand could have something on her hand. It's a lot of things that happen, and I'm not saying that's the case here. Could that be? It's too late. I mean, once he touched you, you're there. Was the gentleman in the white suit, or that's not white, that's light blue, gray suit, did he just want to score some points for his electorate or people? I have no idea. This gentleman, I don't know who he is. Sorry. And I know this is Ramposa. I checked for this. No, it's shorter than Zelensky. Zelensky is what, 4'2" or something? I'm just kidding. And he's like what, 3'9"? Something like that. Not very, but it doesn't matter. As long as they have balls and brains, that's enough for me here. So another thing could be, again, as I said, scoring points for the other person in front of everyone. I think it would have been like, hey, I'm the leader of this delegation. I'm gonna bring you Zelensky. Could be. Maybe it was just a gesture of friendship, which I don't think so, because when Zelensky tried to get his hand out, and that's my visual interpretation of that with 99.9% accuracy, I don't think you can give that a different interpretation. I don't think they were playing this, hey, give you this, take me there, and so on. So I think that could have been, hey, I bring you here this guy, because he held tight. He grabbed his fingers like that. It was not like a, hey, we're going to be like this and now it's time to go. No, we're like, let me go. Jesus Christ. And I thought it was very interesting and revealing. This Zelensky is I'm not, how should I put it, judging the African leader for doing that, or saying, I'm not judging, that's the wrong way. I'm not, wrong term. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I think Zelensky was a bitch in this one. He could have just held hands over there for a little bit, and when he was approaching the podium, take his hand off. What was that? Instead of creating this kind of BS. That tells me, no, you stay over there. It doesn't tell me friendship and, warm person or anything like that. Showed me just, I don't want to have anything to do with you. If, imagine you walk with, a woman or your girlfriend, and, you grab her hand and she does that, that's not a sign of, yes, I love you, I want to be close to you. That tells you, let's don't play dumb, that's what I'm saying. Just, don't look, as I tried, not to look, hey, Zelensky's this and that. But obviously Zelensky refused the hand. That's obvious. Why? Could be interpreted in many ways. The fact is, he struggled to get out of this guy's hand. Why? because he considered it was bad and wrong. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. Correct? I mean, if you don't think that that's bad or wrong, you let it be, or let it be over there, or you do it in a more subtle way. But if you do it that way, that means you don't want, you think is wrong. Now, what could that be? I don't know. In front of everyone. I don't know what the other person's intention was either, as I expressed. Political capital, I don't know, transmitting, giving something. You think I'm exaggerating with that. Well, maybe you need to get some, not you. If you think I'm exaggerating with a hand thing, giving something and so on, well, there's certain, how should I put it, there's certain literature over there talking about this. Or maybe you can speak with certain people if you have access to them. Or maybe, I don't know, worked in this kind of activity. I don't know. The problem is that used to be a method, probably it's still right now, of getting another leader sick of something. But you say, hey, how did it get you sick? Well, it takes time. It takes time. You have to wash it, you have to do this, you have to do that. But it used to be one way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too evil thinking, but believe me, you can say, well, wait a minute, didn't he have to put something on it? That means it affected him. Yeah, but if he immediately after this went somewhere and just took care of it, and Zelensky did not and lingered more than a certain kind of time, that had time to go into his this and that, and he didn't have well, there's just a little interpretation. You don't like it, that's fine. I don't think that it is. I just brought it forward because I know that happened in the realm of this kind of things. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.